morning and welcome to Crypto Charts Daily. This is the Crypto Charts Daily Report. Today is Friday, September 12th, 2025. Let's get right into it. And I would say, as some of you noticed, we didn't have an episode yesterday, but none of you guys actually watched this anyway. But I spilled coffee on my setup, so I had to go get it repaired, so we missed one episode. But starting right off on Friday here, the market cap is at $4 trillion. Pretty impressive here. Hopefully we could keep breaking up past 4 trillion and not get rejected back down into 3.5 trillion or, start losing market cap again here. The CMC 20 is up 1.2%. Fear and greed back to neutral. Wouldn't be surprised to see it start slipping back into greed here as altcoin season starts increasing here, 65 out of 100, as well as the average RSI sitting nice and neutral here at 55. Let's get right into the technical analysis. Starting off today, not with Bitcoin, but with the total crypto market cap here. As we watch this break above this resistance of 3.5 trillion and head up to 4 trillion, we will watch to see how the market handles this $4 trillion market cap. Look for strength here in the market cap, money in and not money out. Bitcoin, we were saying we want to see a close above 13,500 or 113,500, excuse me. And the day we missed, obviously we closed above here, pushed above here and closed above again. So two closes above this resistance. Now I'd like to see how price obviously reacts to this order block up here. Last bullish, last bearish that broke this low. So I would expect to see resistance at 116. But if the total market cap keeps increasing past 4 trillion, I'd like to see a run for these highs. And I think the lows are still appropriate if we see a break of 110,800. Look to test some support. Ethereum, again, we were ranging for a very long time, but we were just waiting to see how price reacts to this order block. Finally breaking out, and it appears to have closed above the day we missed, and now we are just looking for another close above this high of 4,500. If we end up wicking though, look for the lows to break of 4,200. XRP doing exactly what we thought it would do over the past few weeks. Again, broke out of this resistance here at 283, and now is going to test this higher time frame resistance here of about $3.11. and hopefully come back for a nice retest of this support to then possibly continue upside. If price just ends up closing in this resistance and pushing up though, I would expect a run for highs here. But if we start coming down over the next few weeks, again, that would be normal, looking for the retracement to about 285. Okay, now for the altcoins, looking at Binance Coin, it is just accumulating into that break of structure, but it does look like we haven't actually closed above this break yet. So that's interesting. Over the next day or so, next few days, look for the close above this high of 902. And if we get wicked out like this candle, if we get wicked out today, again, look for a push down perhaps to some support here, or look for the push past support. For the past few weeks, we have been saying it would be healthier to get a retracement to lows to higher time frame support, but price could just blow off here to higher time frame resistance. Solana here, wow, was our prediction. Perfect break and retest of this zone here, and we did say over the past few weeks that we could just accumulate into a blow off to 260. I even made a short about it. We could blow off to 260, and that's exactly what we're doing. Absolute rocket ship here, right to 260. So again, guys, look for this test of 260, look for the resistance at 260, or look for the break and retest of 260 for continuation. Cardano closing above that resistance, so now we'll just look for a retest and continuation, or just a continuation to highs right now. Chainlink did end up closing above the resistance we were monitoring, so again, just look for continued strength to test resistance or break through resistance and look for that break and retest. If we end up coming down, look for the lows to break of 21,852. Stellar Lumens doing exactly what we thought. We are looking to see how price reacts to this resistance at 40 cents here. We want to see strength to push above and then get that retest, or just keep pushing to test resistance. If we end up wicking here and getting rejected, again, we'll look for the break of the lows at 34 cents. Avalanche, I don't know how this circle got here, but that's scary accurate. Anyway, guys, we were looking for this break. That's a huge close above these highs, so we'll just look for continuation to then test resistance here. We are filling higher time frame imbalance, so if we do end up getting rejected and closing back below perhaps the low of 20 or the low of this imbalance at 26.40, we'll look for the push to test support. But again, guys, I would just look for price to be strong and test resistance. Hedra breaking above that resistance of 23 cents, so we'll look for the retest and the continuation up to test resistance here at 25 cents. If we end up getting rejected and closing below this resistance line here, possible support, we'll look for the lows to break of 21 cents. Polkadot still not closing above that resistance, still closing in it though, so we'll look for the close above over the next few days to test higher time frame resistance. Look for the test of this imbalance perhaps for continuation, or if we break through that imbalance, look for the test of support. Uniswap still not closing above that high. We're getting wicked today actually, so look to see how this daily candle ends up closing here. If we get wicked again and close bearish, we'll look for the retest of the support or the break of these lows at $9.10. If we end up closing bullish though, look for the test of resistance or the push to highs. Ondo Finance, like we've been saying for the past few weeks, we're looking for the break and retest of $1 or the rejection of $1, but it does look like we closed above here over the past few days, so we'll be looking for the retest of this dollar zone or just a strong push past highs. Polygon, we have just been getting rejected at this 30-cent level, and I said we could possibly get a retracement to lows, perhaps take liquidity. But again, just looking for a reaction from some sort of support here to then break and retest this 30-cent level. Algorand, again, reacting perfectly to our 4-hour order block and our higher time frame support, but we are getting resistance exactly at that order block that we marked out on Wednesday. So again, looking for price to either continue past these highs of about 25.63, or if we're going to get wicked and rejected out of this order block, look for the retest of this support at 22.63. Quant, we did test the support that we had marked over the past few weeks, but again, we are still looking to break that high that we marked out on Wednesday of 103.84. We need to close above this high to then go test resistance. If we get wicked out and don't close above this high, again, just look for the test of support or the test of higher time frame support. IOTA, we are still in this order block. We need to break above the high of 20.5 cents here. If we continue to get wicked out and rejected in this resistance, again, just look for it to test this higher time frame support here at 18 cents. If we end up closing above though, then look for the push to highs. XDC, again, trading between these support and resistance zones perfectly. We're just looking for the retest of about 6 cents to then go up and retest 10 cents. All right, that concludes the daily report for today. Again, if you guys appreciate this in-depth cryptocurrency technical analysis, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends that you told to buy crypto at highs. Help support real life creators, not just AI bot accounts that are just pushing out brain slop garbage. So again, guys, with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Anyway, guys, peace out.